Very good morning, friends. Today we'll talk about ABC of Indian economy, and today we are going to take letter N. Letter N stands for nest. Nest where the birds rest, which is as good as nice shelters for human beings. We'll talk about NaMo. We all know NaMo stands for Narendra Modi. We'll talk about NRIs, non-resident Indians. We'll talk about NAREGA, Employment Guarantee Scheme. We'll talk about news discussions, current affairs, general knowledge discussion in schools. So, starting with nest night shelters. Well, dear friends, it's February, but we all remember what happened in December and January. Many poor Indians, they died of cold in Delhi, UP, Bihar, Northern India. Kejriwal was in power as chief minister. He did his best, got the innovative idea of making redundant old buses lying in depots to be converted as night shelters. But in spite of that, it is said 10 to 15 people died in Delhi, and double or triple that number died in UP, in Bihar, and other states. It's very bad, man. Even after 60 years of independence, Indians dying just because of cold. A top senior bureaucrat of UP saying, "How can people die of cold?" A mockery of that. Stop that, man. I propose that government should, with private agencies, should come out instead of LIG. LIG houses. Let us have one room set, one room 10 by 10, 12 by 12 feet, or 14 by 14 feet, with attached toilet, bath, water connection, electricity connection, a gas connection. Only one room where people can have four walls and a roof to sleep in. In Delhi, we can have a building without lift up to 3 floors. Why not have that? If the government is so concerned about night shelters, at least build houses. One room set, man. We can have corridors separating 8 feet wide first, because there will be a lot of people. We can have stairs 8 feet wide separating corridors from the first floor or the ground floor, and so on. It's a proposal. Government should always look at it, and no need to have lottery system. Just auction them at the market rate. Let's see the demand and supply aspect of it. Let's see how valuable they are. Do not do Bandarband, please. Now let's come to the current affairs. When NaMo, Narendra Modi. Let's do SWOT analysis: strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. There are many in the society where I move around. They say Narendra Modi may not be the Prime Minister in 2014. But let's look at the strength aspect of him first. He hops. He's proud that his Gujarat model is successful. Well, many will agree that we cannot give 100 out of 100 of marks. But still, out of 100 we can give him 60, because Gujarat is among the top 5-6 states when it comes to per capita income. So the credit goes to Gujarat state and its businessmen, and not the Modi as a person. Gujaratis are wonderful businessmen, man. They know how to do business. Dam industry, textile industry, and so on. But in health, Gujarat has not done wonderful things, but still, he's a good administrator. He has ruled for 15 years. He knows how to tame the bureaucrats. Really, he knows how to tame the bureaucrats. Whether we take it in negative sense or positive sense, once you tame the bureaucrats, you can take the work out of them. The work can be negative or positive, that's a different thing. But once you tame the bureaucrats, you can get from them what you want. He's a good orator, very outspoken, aggressive, offensive, straightforward. He knows how to make the satire. He can twist his tongue. People understand that language without talking a lot about that person or the topic. Just making a satire convinces everything. That is his plus point. He's very good in twisting his tongue, making a satire, cracking a joke. He has got a good hold in the party, man. He has the president in his pocket. He knows how to coordinate with other political parties. What we seen, so sorry, Modi at the last leg of the elections going to Advani asking to talk to other parties to make alliances, holding his hands and so on. But he lacks. Advani is a very old person, experienced person. He has networking in other political parties. In that Modi lacks. But still, Modi has improved a lot in that aspect also within last 4 to 6 months. In weaknesses, even I liked some things of Modi, but then when he talks about that in India even 11 person earning 11 rupees per day cannot be poor, my god, what a line he's talking about, man. I think he must have had chai with Montek Singh Ahluwalia. Planning Commission also few months back came with a figure which is not practical in India, man. How can that person be not poor? Even Planning Commission had come out with a figure that person earning so and so rupees in India cannot be poor. And like, after a few months, again Modi is talking about that. I don't know what's wrong with their mathematics, man. God bless them, man. And then when he was talking about Kashmir, that special provision, he was lacking in that information, man. There are so many people around Modi. Why nobody's telling him, giving information? A person who is going to be the Prime Minister of India, if you don't know, at least don't speak then. Before you speak, at least do your homework, man. A Prime Minister of India must know at what level a person is poor, at what level person is a middle class, at what level the person is upper middle class, at what level the wealthy person starts, and where the dictatorship starts and the autocracy starts, and so on. Kejriwal has come out with topic of Mukesh Ambani, gas, Virappa Moili, commission out of gas, $8, $4, $1. Point is, man, we are living in independent India. We had a very bad experience in the past history of East India Company. Any company cannot rule the government of India, man. Why rate should be fixed arbitrarily when we have so many management gurus in India? The prices should be rational, man. Let the government have a share in the revenue, not the profit, because the profit is always calculated after expenses are deducted. No, man, a company can do mischief in the balance sheet. In India, we know everything. Revenue, why say revenue? Because quantity can be easily measured. Government can always fix the rate. Rate multiplied by quantity is revenue, and out of that revenue, government should have some percentage of share, say 70%, 80%, whatever. And the company should only live on that remaining revenue, say 20% or 30%, whatever. Narendra Modi has the opportunity, man. Opportunity because there is anti-incumbency wave with respect to Congress. A lot of corruption done by UPA as alleged in newspapers. So anti-incumbency wave is there. Opposition can always encash it. But God is not on the sides of the BJP, man. Look at Delhi. After 15 years of Sheila rule, BJP was thinking, but God bless Kejriwal. Even at the national level, many says that Modi will not be the Prime Minister. The anti-incumbency wave, the BJP will not be able to reap the benefit of that. Even in third front, only Mamata Banerjee, Jayalalitha and Kejriwal, they are the three political parties which are on the upside. Rest all third front is on downside. Let's see. Let's keep the fingers crossed. Let's see who will be the next Prime Minister of India. What media is projecting, what people are thinking. Rahul is now an impossible thing. Modi is difficult, very difficult. But now the point is, who will be the next Prime Minister? Now, talking about NRIs, non-resident Indians have done a wonderful job, man. The remittances, money sent by Indians abroad back to India, thanks to them, it's because of them the dollar is still at 62. Otherwise it would have even crossed 72, man. Kejriwal, Aam Aadmi Party has a lot of blessings from NRIs. Many NRIs who think about India, who think about their motherland, have joined Aam Aadmi Party. Some have flown back to India and joined Aam Aadmi Party, man. NRIs have done great job in creating a positive image about India. Look at Microsoft, Nadella. So many Indians, man. Now we don't have time, but we know all Indians. PepsiCo, Harvard Business University, and that is Rakesh Khurana, man. He's the dean of that college. So many Indians are now at the top end of the economy, companies abroad now. We are proud of them. They have contributed a lot to the Indian economy, positive image of the country. So now coming to NAREGA, the flagship program of the UPA, man. Now what I'm trying to say is, it's a welfare scheme. But in the economic sense, it's a very wrong decision. Government should no doubt create jobs, but that's not the way to create jobs, man. It's again a bandar bant. In India, we know, if government comes to creating jobs like NAREGA, money never goes in the right pocket. Whether you create Aadhaar card or any other scheme, that's not the way, man. Let there be a lot of privatization. Let there be strong regulators, smart regulators, and the economy will not only run, not only jump, but it will move like a missile, man. It can move like a missile, jumping like anything. The world will be surprised that not only China, even India can do like that. But provided the government runs the economic policy in the right direction, in the right way. Indians have a lot of potential, man. If the right government comes, India can have more than 10 GDP after a gap of a year. NAREGA has not been a good scheme, man. National Rural Health Mission, we know what happened in UP. Murders, doctors were murdered, 2-3 doctors were murdered. We know somebody by Kushawa, his name was dragged in National Rural Health Mission. The scheme is good on papers. You can see my other videos. I have talked a lot about NRHM in my other videos. Thinking again about Narendra Modi, these chaiwala things are not going to work, man. In India now, everybody is very smart. People understand politics, man. If you say I belong to minority community and you give me votes because of emotions, sorry, man. Muslim card, minority card, SC card, ST card, such cards are not going to work. Even chaiwala card is not going to work, man. People want good economy. They want good money in their pocket. They want development, they want growth, they want money, they want good salaries, they want good jobs. That's the reason I've made these videos, man. ABC of Indian economy. People want good economy, man. They want to see India growing. Nobody wants to fall in the cards of religion, caste and all that. We all are Indians now. History says nobody can separate us by way of religion, caste or race and so on. No political party can do that. The history says nobody could do that in the long term, and I don't know what the political parties think. Just talk only about good economic sense, man. Even Kejriwal is talking about inflation, he's talking about gas, he's talking about Mukesh Ambani, he's talking about inflation. If you give $8 to the gas company, there will be a lot of inflation. He's talking economic sense. When he's talking economic sense, people are talking about chai. Rahul Gandhi was yesterday saying opposition party doesn't respect women. My God. Let's be practical, man. Let's talk in good economic sense, man. That's all, man. Well, friends, talking about news discussion in schools. current affairs, general knowledge. We have so many topics in school nowadays, but one thing we are forgetting, and that is our students until class 12th, when they step out of the schools, should be well aware what is happening in the outside world. I won't say that current generation is not reading newspaper or not watching news channels. Look at the exam conducted by Union Public Service Commission UPSC with respect to IAS civil services. The pattern has changed. Now I've heard English is mandatory now. 100 marks has been allotted to English. Speaking English is very important. Knowing English is very important. The marks of 100 marks of English are calculated in overall total marks. Even general paper, I think it is somewhere around of 1300 or something like that. I'm not sure. People please check after you hear this. I think it's somewhere around 1300. General paper means something of everything, something of history, something of economy, something of everything in this world. That is general knowledge, current affairs. And other paper is optional. If you belong to medical field, you can take medical, engineering field, psychology. There are so many topics that is optional. The one you feel you are good at, you can take that. So what I was trying to say is, even UPSC is giving importance to general knowledge, current affairs. So my message to school teachers, academicians, principals working for schools, that even if CBSE doesn't have that paper, at school level we have hobby classes or something, so many extracurricular activities. From the school side, they can encourage paper of general knowledge. What has happened in the month of January? There can be multiple choice questions, there can be discussion in the classroom, there can be debates on those topics. So general knowledge of Indian students should be good, man. That's what I was trying to say. That was my message. We can have debates. Debates is a very good way of Indian students are now quite bright. Look at the various quiz. I like Tata Crucible. Then there were many quiz programs, Bonvita, that was good. So it is important. Nowadays children only look at entertainment channels. They may know who is Kapil Sharma. They may know who is Amitabh Bachchan, Aishwarya Rai, Malika Sherawat. But then they may not be knowing who is Nadella at times. Nadella is a person who has been Indian at Microsoft. So I mean to say, principals, schools, teachers can be good mentors when it comes to current affairs. It's an important thing. Let the creativity, innovation comes in. And let the children, just like these puppies, learn while they are playing, while they are debating, when they are making jokes in the class. And in that mockery and comedy itself, people should learn, man.